So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I did a thing. I quickly wired in a nice I/O harness here, and I split out my 5-volt and sensor ground and pre-terminated 3 of the pressure sensor TPS style connectors. Like yay, like right about here. So I'm gonna do coolant pressure for fun for these big boy dyno hits, and I have a back pressure sensor with a power stroke adapter and everything else. I'm not too sure I want to do this because I have to drill a considerable hole. I bought this right here oil pressure copper guy because I can just drill and tap an 1/8 hole, and the longer this is, the more there is heat dissipation. And the other big thing is the longer these coils are, the more it doesn't get as much pulses. So what you might have seen, I might get a lot on this. We'll see how it goes. I might even run this block. These blocks are nice, obviously from Lowdoller, and put the block like over here or something, because the longer the length, the more it takes the pulses and the noise per se out of the system. So we're gonna do coolant pressure, and then I have a 2-bar sensor here. That's gonna get hooked up to the crankcase in the valve cover. I'm going to drill and tap the valve cover and put the sensor in, or remote mount it. I might just remote mount all of them. It's just a little bit more work, but I'm considering it. So that would be cool. And then plug everything into this. So one of the neat things is this guy pre-wiring everything, because it seems like this is the most difficult hitch, right? Like, how do I wire this? How do I want to do this? Planning it and everything else. And I'm like, man, I'll just pre-wire a short one and a long one and a longer one outside of the car, and then I can move them all over for what I find important or what I can think of, right? So that's what I did, and everything is working and ready to go. So now we finalize the installations, and we go to the dyno in like a day or two, and we lean on all this, and we share all of this data. That's what I'm most interested in. And then the next thing that's going to happen is I'm going to test all these drive-by-wire pedals. The awesome Slobby Mechanics fan sent in. We're going to see how much power the truck makes, and we're going to do some other cool stuff. But wanted to show my little, I guess we'll call it the sensor squid. I didn't loom it or anything. I want to make sure everything works. Sorry, it's ugly yellow. Deal with it. So, moving on. We'll go from there. I don't know why people are sending me 1,000 text messages and my phone isn't on mute. So, that's what we're doing. That's the plan. That's what we're sticking to. I will show you pictures of when I did all this, because I changed it like 5 times when I did it. And I took photos because I was so back and forth. I didn't want to start videoing and just rambling about something and then 10 minutes later have it completely changed. Similar to how I talk about every subject. So, let's go from there. Alright, so I debated with myself at length about where to install this back pressure sensor, so I just did it. I chose the front runner of my divided setup. This is a divided T6 setup, even though it's a single log. It's one cylinder bank feeding one side and the other cylinder bank feeding the other. Joey did such a fantastic job, you can barely tell that that's 2 sides welded together. So I'm like, well, I'll just read this bank since I can get my drill and tap in here without too much heartache, and I'll install it. So that's what I did. Drilled and tapped the 1/8 hole. I used the oil pressure copper kit. We'll see how long it lasts. Some people say they don't last, other people say they do. I think that has a lot to do with the strain and stress and vibration you might put it through without doing some kind of relief. And I coiled it up. I used the entire length of copper and just coiled it forever, because if I cut it, I don't know what else the hell I would use it for. So I left full length to dissipate the heat, and also people said it acts as a great buffer for getting lots of spikes. So your sensor can be so sensitive that all it does is pick up all of the cylinder pulses from the exhaust. So you get a lot of up and down EKG style that you have to smooth out anyway. And then last photo here is all the sensors added in, and then we take it right to the dyno.